how to get in the best shape of your life naturally according to the results that I have managed to achieve with my clients, as you can see on the screen here. So if you think they're of a good standard, of course they're all natural, then and you want to look like this, then stick around for this video. I think it will give you some insights that you may not have heard before. For context, if you ever want to know how we got the result of a specific transformation, there is a video on each result, so you can see the intricate specifics we used on their body to get the result. This video is not going to be dialed in specifics on week 2. We pulled 127 calories from diet from fats. It's not going to be about that. It's going to be more principles, mindset, and concepts that you can take with you, because honestly, don't look at anything in life as getting the quick hack or how to do the specific. That comes after you get the fundamentals and the principles, and that's what I'm going to give you in this video. People don't speak about this online, and having gone through the full process myself, I understand why they don't speak about it, because it's much more, you can sell a lot more if you're like, just give the quick, here's a quick hack, here's a hack, here's a hack. The hacks don't last long for a fucking reason, because they're not underpinned by anything. It's not about the fucking hack that will get you to the result. It's about you knowing the principle of how to get there. So I hope to really enlighten you in this video. I fucking love making videos like this. Don't get me wrong. I like telling you the specifics of how to fucking contract your lat properly. I like speaking about how to get the body to adapt and to burn body fat and retain tissue. I fucking love that. But this stuff, this is what fucking changes and gets real world results, developing these skills. So that's what we're going to roll into in this video. And if you're wondering why if you're a returning viewer and you're wondering why it's not in full presentation screen, I want the ability to be able to draw on the screen today. So we're not going to have it in full presentation view. Apologies if you don't like that. I think all you care about is what I'm going to teach you, not the way it's shown. If you're new to the channel itself, welcome. My name is Tom Sergi and I run the Gorilla Platoon. This is obviously an online physique transformation program where we get results like this. And they don't all fit on fucking one page, which is fair enough. My promise to you is that by the end of this video, you'll have the framework, the mental models that I give to my clients in order to get the results. And like with everything, I've shared pretty much everything on how we get the results. The information should be for free out there. Everyone deserves to know how to get in shape. But then ask yourself, even though it is out there for free, why is everyone not in shape? And that's why I don't mind giving it away for free, because people generally do need coaching and accountability and a refocus of their mind to get them to the goal. So I really don't mind giving it away for free, boys. I fucking love talking about this, and hopefully you all gain a lot of value from it, and some of you will be able to take action and get results. Some of you will need a bit more guidance, and in which case, there'll be links in the description. Message me on Instagram, book a call, whatever you need to do. We can touch base from there. But I won't plug this, my coaching. You need to see the value I'm going to give you in this video first. So what I want to start off with is, have you ever felt like you have decided on you need to set a new goal? You set it, you start taking action towards it, and remember, in the beginning, you're going to have that injection of motivation, which is going to allow you to start making a little bit of progress. However, when that starts to fade away, you will find that when you're trying to get towards a goal, it feels like you're swimming upstream. It's just so much fucking effort to continue making progress. Anyone's experience of like trying to just develop themselves as a better human being, it feels like a fucking second job, doesn't it? Anyone ever actually tried to do like a full diet and nutrition plan? It feels like a second job. You've got to prep your meals, get the right food, eat the meals throughout the day, go do your steps, cardio if it's in your plan, training, sleep. It feels like a fucking second job. It feels like you're swimming upstream towards the goal. Or it feels like you're running and someone's got a big elastic band or resistance band around your stomach when you're trying to run. That's the resistance that you're trying to feel. What we want to do is flip the script so you are not swimming downstream. Now, the reason why it feels like you're swimming upstream is because for the longest of time, you have stacked habits in the way that you see yourself in the world, and also the way people have given that information to you. So you see yourself in the world as this guy that's, it's hard to generalize everyone that's watching this video, but let's say you see yourself as this guy that's kind of out of shape, fairly like within your social group, you're like fucking middle, bottom, third, fairly likable. Quite people will text you, but not everyone. People put you down a little bit. This is where you see yourself in your social group and how you view yourself. Now, what you will do is when you form your identity of who you are relative to what the information you've received from the world and the way you've acted, you then get your identity and your self-image. Excuse me. And what you will do is on a daily basis, you will take actions and steps that affirm your self-image, because that's your identity. That's who you see yourself as. And if you were to lose that, you'd be like, well, I don't know, like, who the fuck am I? Where do I even stand in this world? And you'd be so fucking confused, and it'd be quite frightening because you would lose your identity of self. So you stack your daily habits towards those. The problem is, unless you've done the deep work to really level your self-image up, unless you stand in the fucking mirror every morning and say, I am the fucking Giga Chad of all Giga Chads, your self-image will not really be that high, which means the habits that you are doing on a daily basis will affirm a self-image that is not that great. So what it will do for you is when you try to set a new goal, you'll need to break against all of these old habits in which is then challenging your identity and how you see yourself. So no wonder it feels like you're swimming upstream, because you see yourself as this guy that does this, 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 and this. Now you're trying to set new, different tasks. You're challenging your identity every time you try and do that new task. So of course it feels like you're swimming upstream. And we've got the old you, big fucking gut old you, weighing you down, and the new you with a fucking V-tapered back and a six-pack is so far away because you've got such little habits in that case. So if you look at it like this, you've got the old you. Think of this basket as like the old you. We've got the new you and the basket of him up here. We've got where you are and where you need to be. Look at this as almost like a seesaw, like in the image above. We've got the old you where his habits are going to bed late, eating whatever food he feels like or is available, drinking beers to fit in with his mates, going to the pub with his mates, nights out, late nights, simping over girls, spending loads of time on Instagram, just turning up to work because you have to, not really driving anything forward, a little bit of bad mental health, a little bit of arguments with family, a little bit of fucking loser mindset, a little bit of our life's hard, a little bit of I hope this government party wins this time so they can reduce taxes and then we can get this here. And you've just got loads of old habits that stack against your self-image and how you see yourself today versus who would the guy that you need to be, what habits does he have? Well, he goes to bed early, he looks in the mirror every morning, tells himself he is fucking God of all gods, he trains, he does his steps, he drinks fucking water, not pop. He doesn't hang around with negative people. He fucking chins birds off when they start to ignore him or play games. He has a lot of respect for himself, so he doesn't chase after people. He doesn't care which government gets in because he makes his own conditions. Whatever he's doing, he's driving the workforce forward. And he has all of these habits stacked in this space. So when he tries to set a new goal, let's say the guy wants to swim the fucking channel around the UK, he's already got all these habits, and these are universal habits that can then be put towards that goal. So he literally, in this analogy, will feel like he's swimming downstream because he's already got these traits stacked up. Whereas most motherfuckers have got loser fucking traits stacked up. So when they try and do something of a winner, it's so fucking hard and so painful because you're trying to challenge your identity. So how would we fix this? Well, it's a case of really just trying to rebalance the scales. Don't overcomplicate this too much. Now, it's much easier to do less than it is to do more. So if you take all your loser habits and try and stack more winner habits, you'll just get fucking burnt out. And this will also feel like a second job without even trying to move towards the goal. So what I would do is I would look to just see what can I cut out, right? Let's stop watching fucking porn. Good. There's a big one. Let's stop fucking wanking furiously every day. There's another good one. There's a shit ton of energy. You don't see yourself as this loser that watches other people on the internet have sex. You're like, I don't watch other people have sex. I fucking lay pipe. That's who I am. I don't watch other people do it. I fucking do it. So straight away, your self-image is going to go up a lot if you start doing that. If you stop touching your fucking Hampton every day, you're going to have a shit ton of energy that you can put towards other things. So that's going to be a good thing. If you stop eating bullshit food and just start eating whole foods, it don't even have to be the cleanest of diet. If you just eat whole foods, don't even try to go like keto or no carb or anything like that. Just stick to the basics. Potatoes have been around for a shit longer time. Eat those. Meats, veg, fruits. If it grows in the ground, if it swims in the sea, if it fucking runs on land, eat it. Anything else, don't fucking eat it. Guarantee you feel a lot better. You feel like you've got anxiety now? Square that away for your diet. I tell you now, you won't have anxiety. So you start to fix that. You start to fix your bedtime because you respect you. Going to bed early is a reflection of how much you respect yourself, because you are literally doing it for you. I'm going to go to bed early so I can be fresher the next day. Me. I'm going to sleep like a fucking baby for me. I sleep 9 hours every night for fucking me so I can grow in the gym. If you start doing that for yourself, you're going to see yourself in a much better light. If you stop hanging around with people that are putting bullshit in your ear, it's going to be, first of all, when people tell you, oh, just cut out your friends, that won't be easy straight away. Let me give you the harsh truth right now. That will not be easy. That will be very painful for a good couple of months until you make new friends. Then it'll be really easy to fucking forget them because you have other people. When you stop a void and then you are alone, you will feel alone, and human beings don't like to feel alone. You need to be okay with that, and then you will eventually meet new people. Or just like limit the time you spend with them so you still get that hit of human connection without having to go purely cold turkey. Because, again, some people with their self-improvement fucking shit are like, they take it too fucking far, and they just become like an autist that stays inside and reads books all day. Fuck that shit. Life is meant to be lived in action. You are meant to experience other human beings in order to grow as a human being. You can't read fucking books and just get to where you need to. You need to be out in the real world. So I'm a firm believer that social interactions are important. Very, very fucking important. You should not live a hermit lifestyle or you'll just become a fucking weirdo. I can tell you that right off. So maybe you just reduce the time you spend with them. But the point is, the negative energy is not being put into your life and affirming who you are, because they will always remind you of who you are. No matter how much you try and cut these habits out and stack these new ones, they will always see you as this fucking, well, however they viewed you as a person. Whatever your self-image you put out to them, they will always see you as that until you can show them hard, tangible results otherwise. Until you can show them that you dress in fucking much better clothes, drive a much better car, as shallow as this is, but this is the way they will see it. Hang around with better people, have a better quality woman with you, or be in better shape. They will always see you as the old you until you give them solid, tangible reasons to see that otherwise. So it will not serve you to be around those when you're trying to get out and stop swimming fucking upstream. I hope this is starting to make sense. I know this has got fucking real deep, real quick about getting in shape, but this is why it feels so hard. You need to remove these rocks out of your basket. Do that first, and then start to integrate the new habits. Because there'll be time, you'll extract, and you'll be like, fuck, I've got shit ton of time in my day, what do I do? And that's when the brain will start to try and drag you back, and that's when you put in the new habits. I've got a shit ton of time, but I'm going to bed earlier. I've got a shit ton of time, but I'm now going out walking, listening to fucking, I don't know, something that's like educational that you can like learn about a skill that you're into with your interest. You do that. Or I'm now training 4 times a week instead of 3 times a week because I've just got more time. You slowly start to add these, and then the balance will swing in your favor, and the new you will start to be affirmed. And when the new you starts to get affirmed, you will act in accordance to support the new you. And this is why this is so powerful. This is why it doesn't have to feel like the rubber band is pulling you. Quick drawing here. It doesn't have to feel like the guy with the rubber band is pulling you backwards. It can feel more the other way. You are using now the rubber band to slingshot you forwards, because you need to affirm the new you and your new self-image. But the only way you can do that is by stacking the daily habits. You need tangibles to put your hands on. Now, what I get my clients to do, and this is just honestly a very quick and easy win, is you would write out what you need to do tomorrow the night before, because you know what the best version of you should do tomorrow, right? You're like, he should do this, and then he'll do this, and then he'll do this. And if you just like put the time, put the event, and then you can just tick it off every time you've finished it, It's like you're going to get data that you are someone of discipline, consistency, that can continue to do the thing. When you can put your hands on tangible data, that will then start to affirm, this is who I am. This is the results I can get myself. And that will start to propel your self-image forwards rather than backwards and working against you. So we've understood that we essentially need to trim the old you and stack the new habits towards you. We understand that for there to be any change, you need to get rid of the old you in order to see that. People will treat you. So we've spoke about this. We've thought of the new you to actually set the goal. Now the last point of this we need to do is, it's not about the fucking hack. It's not about the workout that's going to get you jacked. It's not about the nutrition plan that's going to get you shredded. It's not about the text to send to the fucking girl. It's not about any of that bullshit. Life is not about any of that bullshit. It's not about the fucking hack. If you only think about the hack, you will only think about the quick, short-term fix mindset. And it's a smelly mindset that never gets you truly what you actually want. If it's the monkey wants to empty balls on night out because he sees 7 out of 10 woman, that won't fucking fulfill you. I know, because I've done it plenty of times to know it just doesn't fucking fulfill you. It might do for you, it doesn't for me. Because it was short-lived, it was quick to get, it was short-lived, and then it's fucking gone in an instant. That will not fucking fill you. If anything, it will just keep digging a hole into your soul deeper and deeper and deeper. If you look back in your own life at times you were truly happy and truly fulfilled, more than likely it was because you overcame struggle, did something hard, and achieved something that you didn't think you could do. I know for sure my proudest moments were made when I became a British paratrooper. I had to go through 6 months of fucking hardship to achieve it. Or I received an award in the army because I went to Sierra Leone and developed their physical training wing in their army. Or I got accepted into the world's leading personal training company. And that was fucking a hard process to get into. Anything like that was hard to achieve are the only things I really remember, and that's really where my image is built on. So never just look for the hack. The hack is something you can put on top of the principles and the mindset to propel you forwards, but it will not be the staple or the main reason you get to the goal. You must understand this, because otherwise you will continue to live a life going round in circles thinking, why am I not fulfilled, or why am I not really getting there? So-and-so said on the internet, this 6 minute to ab workout is what's going to get me the fucking abs. It's not. People are just selling you quick fix bullshit because that's what fucking sells, because human beings are lazy. It's not personal to you. Human beings are fucking lazy, or we want the shortcut. Most anyway. So like, it's not your fault. It's not your fault, but it is your fucking problem that we fix this. So we need to understand that in order to get there, it's not about the physique. It's about the person you need to become. It's living as the person you need to become that's going to be able to keep the thing long term. Because as well, like, think of the analogy where motherfuckers have become millionaires by winning the lottery and end up broke after it. It's because, as harsh as this is, they are broke people. They are broke people that had a lot of money. That's it. They are poor people in their minds. And it sounds horrible to say, but if they weren't, they would have kept the fucking money because they would have been wealthy in their minds. And there are people that don't have that much money that are wealthy in their minds and never end up fucking like outright poor or broke because they had wealthy minds. It's the same as like, you will probably have a mate and he got with some girl and you thought, how the fuck have you done this? And 3 months later, he's fucked it up because he was never the person that was able to retain that caliber of person, that caliber of woman. He wasn't the person, so he fucked it up. Like, even right now, I can find a person out there that goes, I want a fucking six-pack, I want a 10 out of 10 girlfriend, I want to earn X amount a month. I could give him all those things, he'd fuck it up. He would fuck it up. He would stand on his own dick when it came to the girl, he would lose the fucking physique, and he would spunk all the money because he's not capable. Because he's not the person that can keep the thing long term, because he didn't go through this process in order to keep it. If you ask anyone that's done anything of success, they always speak about the hardship it took to get there. And they all say, that was the fucking fun bit. That was the best bit. The outcome is just a trophy on top. It's knowing that if you had to go through it all over again, you could get it back. That's where the true comfort and power lives. Because then you will always live in a position of freedom and abundance. If you know you can always get a new thing or retain the old thing, you will live a life of freedom. Going back to the analogy of your mate that had the fit missus, if he knew he'd done the work where he could attract multiple women like that time and time again, he would live a life of freedom and abundance. But he doesn't. He thinks, I got lucky, I better not fuck this up. Guarantee that motherfucker messes it up. I can almost guarantee it. Whereas if you have the mindset of, I don't care if the bitch leaves because I'll just go and get another one exactly of the same caliber because I've done the work, because I am capable, I deserve X, Y, and Z. And you have to have this slight level of like, look yourself in the mirror of pride and arrogance, because that is what will propel you forward on fucking dark days. People will try and shoot you down and say, don't be arrogant, be humble. There's a time and a place for that. Don't rub it in people's faces. Don't be an arsehole about it. You can be discreet about certain things, but behind closed doors, be a fucking arrogant motherfucker. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am fucking God. Every time you see yourself, you will do yourself no harm in doing that. Again, don't be an arsehole to other people. Don't try and put it on other people. Don't try and put your agenda on other people. Just do it behind closed doors. I am fucking X, Y, and Z, whatever you want to see yourself as, and you will start to affirm those beliefs with what you do on a day-to-day basis, and you will transform into the person that you need to become. What would he do to keep the thing long-term? How would the person I want to become be living his life? Would he be staying up late? Would he check his phone in the morning? Or would he go to bed early, wake up, and get the fucking work done and attack the day as the person he needs to become to get the thing? That's the way you need to see yourself. You're not someone that is trying to get fit or, oh, I'm hoping, I'm trying, oh, we're going to get in shape. You will not fucking achieve it if that is your mindset, because you can feel it in your words. Imagine I'm your president of your country and I'm going, we're going to try and fix the country. We're going to hopefully do this. How much faith are you going to have in me that I'm going to fix anything? Rather than if I come up and go, we will fucking dominate. We are going to change the world. We're going to do this, and then we're going to do this, and we're going to get this result, and you're all going to fucking support me. You'd be like, okay, yeah, let's go. This guy's a leader. I'll happily submit to him and follow him. You have to do that with your own mind in order to get to the result. Act like the person you need to become, and everything will fucking follow suit. So we understand going from A to B is not efficient. You need to act like you're already at B right now. You are an athlete and you will live like an athlete. You are not someone that is trying to get in shape. You are a fucking athlete. And here's an example of how this works in real time. So without reading this, in summary, in the abstract, they gave people 2 milkshakes. One was a protein or a nutrient-dense milkshake. The other one was a fucking sugar fest. They told each other, they told the people that's what they are. In reality, it was the same drink, bland drink. But the people that had the sugar fucking fest drink, their fucking blood sugar levels spiked. And the other people who got told it was a non-nutrient dense fucking shake, theirs didn't. So this is how this works in real time. You can literally tell yourself whatever you want and you will fucking get to the result. Or you can tell yourself the wrong thing and you will never get there. If you don't believe it, you will never fucking achieve it. So, you need to stack wins towards the new 2.0 version of you. And a good example I can explain of this is when we take, so this is me here, I think this is 2018. Yeah, 2018. We were training paratroopers. So we would take civilians off the street. Literal fucking vermin, by the way. The dregs of society would come through our doors and we would turn them into fucking paratroopers. Men that will jump out of a plane with a parachute on, ready to go and fucking attack the enemy. From literal vermin. Okay? This was a more concentrated version of what we're speaking about in this video, becoming the new 2.0 version of you. The reason why this works so effective and the transformation is so significant is because we take these people, we lock them in a fucking building or a camp, you could say, for 6 months where they can only go home a handful of times. Every day they are told, we are the fucking parachute regiment, we are the British elite, we are the best, everyone else is a fucking crap at, we are the winners. And they get that, you can call it brainwashing, you can call it whatever you want, but it fucking works. They get that every day. On top of that, they then get taught how to be the fucking fittest. They get taught how to handle the weaponry, all the fieldcraft, all that on top of each other. They are taught by people who are fucking, they see as God. They are instructors in this. They've done all the prerequisites. They've done the work to get there. And then you are with everybody that has the same mission and goal. Earn the Maroon Machine. Go and serve in the Parachute Regiment battalions. So you've got everyone with the same goal, without no distractions from the outside world telling you can't do it. People literally motivating you on a day-to-day basis to become this new version of you. No wonder you go from fucking vermin to airborne sky god. It's no wonder. Now we need to try and create your version of this. Your version of this would be surround yourself with people with similar goals. If it's not in your town, do it online. Find ways of like people that you want to see the goal with online. This is kind of why in my coaching program, everyone's kind of in it as a community. So when the results get posted out onto the WhatsApp group, they're like, "Oh, fucking hell, this is sick. Yeah, you've got this result," and then it makes them want to work harder as well. So you've got a community of people. Find someone. It doesn't have to be me as your coach. It can be like anybody that you see and trust that you know is going to motivate you when you're being a bit of a weasel, when you don't really want to do the thing. You've got someone that can keep you propelled forward. And then the last thing is to shut off distractions. So honestly, you need to audit your life and think, is this going to take me away from the goal? An analogy I'll use is like people's brains. The reason people don't make that much progress is because their brain is fucking fucked. That's honestly why. It's because they can't stick to anything long enough to do it. Like anything you want in life is probably not actually that hard. Or it is, but you could do it. You could definitely do it. The problem is most people can't stick to anything long enough without their fucking stupid brain thinking and seeing something else. They'll start one thing, whatever it is, fucking bodybuilding, marathon training, high rocks, whatever the fuck you want it to be. And then someone somewhere will influence them to do something else. And they'll go over here. You may have seen this spoke about online before. And they'll try the new thing. And then they'll see this guy with big fucking traps. So then they'll start programming traps. And then they'll change this exercise. And then, oh, fuck it, I'm going to be a swimmer now. And then actually not into swimming. But, gymnastics, front flips, that's cool. That'll get me more girls. Actually, I don't really fancy snapping my neck. But boxing sounds really cool. Yeah, let's go and do boxing. I'm losing muscle boxing, so I better go back to bodybuilding and blah, blah, blah. And before you know it, you've spent a lot of energy, but you've made no progress in one given area. Your best bet is to work out what the fuck you want, why you want it, like why do you actually want this thing? If you want to be known as fierce, then maybe bodybuilding is not for you. Like you look good, don't get me wrong, but if you want to be able to fucking snap necks, then maybe do a martial art and just stick to that and practice that discipline. If your passion is, or you really want to be able to fucking fly, then learn front flips and shit like that. If that's really going to give you your thing and it bolsters your identity and that's what you want to be known for, then do the thing. Or if you just want to have a fucking next level physique for all the benefits that come with that, then do that. Do whatever your thing is, but analyze it and think, why do I actually want that thing? Because you'll look at a lot of these and be like, I only wanted that thing because I saw this guy with this thing and actually, who gives a fuck? Or I only wanted this thing because I thought this would get me more likes. I don't really actually care about it. For me, I've been around the houses with it. I know the one thing I like and love is building my physique because it's like self-improvement. It's like the staple of self-improvement just put into your body. You're just developing your body. Just like we always develop on mine, you're just always developing your body. You're building a bit more tissue here. You're developing this. You're stacking your armor. I just like that analogy. It really resonates with me. And now, obviously, I've turned it into a full-time fucking career where I help people do it. So that's for me. So anything outside of this, especially right now as I'm in a gaining phase, looking to pack on more and more tissue, anything outside of this is just a distraction and will slow down my progress because the energy I spend on that thing will take away from the energy that I needed to spend in the fucking gym, getting that extra rep, grinding it out to get that little bit stronger, to get that bit more muscle. The same thing will go for you. So you just need to work out why do you want the thing? And everything else will drop off. And then all you can do is work out where you are, where the thing is, and then put all your fucking effort into getting up there. Because you'll need all your effort to achieve real significance of the thing that you want to achieve. So it's hard enough to achieve one thing, let alone having loads of other fucking strands of energy going off in different directions on different things. So pick one thing and stick to it. Another good tool I use, and I partly spoke about this, is to visualize. Now, visualization, it sounds a little bit gay. I know it sounds a little bit gay, but look at it like this. It's a free way to program your mind, like a map for your real life. So I used to use this when I would speak in front of large groups in the army. I'd visualize, this is the environment, this is where I'm going to be stood, this is where I'm going to be stood relative to the screen behind me. I know when I'm going to pause, I know when I'm going to push pace of speech, I know when I'm going to slow pace of speech, I know when I'm going to ask questions, I know when I'm going to rub up the audience to make them feel a bit better, and I know how it's all going to go, and I've rehearsed it, I've practiced it, and I've visualized it. So when it comes to doing it, my brain is replaying the mental movie that we've already been through of this situation, so I can fucking execute and look like I'm a high-level speaker. The fact of the matter is I've just been stood in the exact position before many, many times, so I've rehearsed it and I can execute well. You want to do the same thing for you for whatever your given discipline is. I'm going to go into the gym, I'm going to visualize executing on better, like performing my sessions better. I'm going to go from here to here, this rest like this, I'm going to progress on this. Or this works in the absolute micro, like I explained there with the speech. It also works in the macro. It's like, I'm going to be this type of person that looks after his family, that's in good shape, that is proud of what he does, and you visualize where it is you're going to as like your North Star. Just do it like when you're walking and or you're driving, you got the tunes on, and you've got a tune that like relates to it. It will just allow you to keep that North Star shining. If you've got an event that you need to do, an interview you need to do, a conversation you need to have, visualize how that's going to go, so then you can replay that in the short term. So like, don't think about cheating on your diet. Don't think, we're trying to avoid cheating out on our diet. Just think about good wins. Don't do any negative visualization. Although it's good to be okay with whatever situation arises in your life, only visualize the good things. It will not serve you to visualize negative things, like obviously. And yeah, what's your tune? So I just mentioned it there, but like, what are you thinking of? What music can you put on that reminds you of the goal you're trying to hit? And it's personal to you, because we've all got personal taste in music. So whatever your tune is, it gets you fucking firing. Play that when you think about the thing you're trying to achieve, and don't rinse the song, because the songs get old if you don't. If you play them all the time, it becomes fucking. You just get bored of the song. So just listen to it when you want that kick of visualization. And likewise, the visualization also goes hand in hand with like how you develop your own self-image in the mirror with that little bit of arrogance on a day-to-day basis. So that will help as well. Stack the two of these together. You are fucking God. This is the music. This is where we're going. And just get that mental vision in your head at the ready, so you can keep you know what you're moving towards, and that will also help with your focus, because you keep remembering and realigning where you're going. So when something else starts to crop up, you're like, no, it's the woman in the red dress. It's not where I need to go. Like, I could get a really good opportunity, but if it's a full-time thing, doing something which sounds cool, it's going to take me away from the missions and the goals I've put in place for this year for where I want to take the coaching. So I need to think of that. Although it's attractive and the thing would be cool, some things, they're quite exciting, but they need to be managed. So like, originally it's like this cat shit job that only pays a little bit of money, and you're like, obviously I'll turn that down. Or it's the fucking 5 out of 10 girl that's like, come home with me, and you're like, get fucked. But as you level up as a person, it will be this fucking 7.5 out of 10 girl wants you to fuck her without a condom on, and you've already got a missus, and it's risky because you want to get STI or something. So you'll need to develop yourself as a human being as we go, but that's kind of a separate topic for another day. Don't replay negative shit. So honestly, negativity breeds like a fucking virus. I was on a contract last year, and the guy I was living with, fucking hell, like everything was not his fault, but everything seemed to be a problem. And I would listen to it day after day, moaning about this, ex-missus, the government, taxes, this job, should have got this job, doing this, the company can't do this. Fucking hell, that shit will spread like wildfire. Those people are not lucky for a reason, because the frequency they operate on and the energy they put into the world is fucking toxic. So you're only going to get toxic energy back. A lot of this shit can sound wishy-washy. I tell you now, go and hang around with a really negative person for a week. Look how your life ends up being. Look at the vibe, look at the frequency you put yourself on. Like, honestly, that shit it spreads like fucking wildfire. Get that out of your life as fast as humanly possible. I felt that firsthand. I kind of used to play it off as fucking, yeah, whatever. when I've lived it firsthand, I can tell you right now, get that shit well away from you or you will fucking suffer for it. Yeah, don't get fucking bent over by life. Do you know the quickest way to not be bent over by life? Everything is your fault and you're doing. You are where you are right now because of your own doing. And that's a good thing. For good or bad. For whether you've achieved really good things, well done. If you're not doing well, it's your fucking fault. And you have to take it like that. Because if everything's your fault, no one's bending you the fuck over. And you, as a human being that wants to strive and achieve goals, do not want to get bent the fuck over. Let's be honest. So just take everything. Your responsibility. You will change it. Things aren't right now. It doesn't mean they're not going to be in the future because we have control. So don't be near people that submit to life and then complain because it will spread and drag you down. So that will wrap up everything we're going to speak about in this video. So the initial goal here was to give you the framework I use to get the results I do. And just to really bracket it into 3 characteristics. One thing I always speak to my team about is we need to develop 3 characteristics in order to get you to the goal. The first one is discipline. If we can get you to be a disciplined human being, you will achieve a hell of a lot in life, because discipline is the ability to do the thing even though you didn't want to do it. It's getting up early, going for your steps. It's eating this meal plan when you're fucking hungry and want to do something else. If you can develop discipline, what you're telling yourself is, I am in control of life. I make the fucking decisions, and it doesn't matter how hard the thing is doing, I'm going to do it. And when you have that about yourself, you will think nothing is out your reach. You will think, I can fucking take over the world. And going back to looking at yourself in the mirror, that's what you'll be telling yourself. And every day you stack of discipline, you will affirm that. Look how many videos I've posted in a row on YouTube. This one will be 171. So that's 171 days of being disciplined, of thinking of value to give to the world and putting it out there. I'd love to know the amount of minutes that would stack up to in these videos, because some of them are fucking long and some of them are like 20 minutes, some of them are like 10. But I've got that much amount of data to put my hands on and go, I am a person of discipline. So if I need to work and do something hard, I've got 171 days worth of, you can do this, you just need to do it in this thing. So honestly, that is the long and short of it. Like, develop discipline. Obviously, discipline is not something that you do once. You need to be consistent. So I say consistency to the discipline. Doing the thing day after day after day after day after day. That is fucking admirable. And then the last thing is, you're a human being. I'm a human being. We're going to fall off at some point. There's going to be something that happens. We're going to fall off. No one's fucking perfect. And that's all right. You don't have to be to achieve great things. But what I will not accept, and what I don't accept, is you fall off and it takes a fucking week to get back on. It doesn't take a week. It takes, I fell off yesterday. I acknowledged it yesterday. That means today I get back to it. So what we're developing is resilience. The ability to fall off and then get back to the plan. And how resilient you are is how quick you can do that. If it takes you a week, you are not fucking resilient. You are lazy. If it takes you one day, you are resilient. It's, I fucked up, straight to it tomorrow, let's go. And then you stack the discipline and the consistency again and again. And that is what will get you the result. So those 3 characteristics are what will get the result. But we need to develop your self-image in order to do that. If we can develop your self-image, you will swim downstream, you will stack the habits, you will build the character traits, and you can take what the fuck you want out of anything in life, because it's universal. The vehicle we use in this analogy is the physique, because it's fucking sexy, attractive, you get a lot of benefits from it. But this is the vehicle. This is not the end outcome. The goal is not to get you in the best shape of your life. The goal is to be the person you need to be to go and take what the fuck you want out of life, and as a result, you will have this physique and more. That's what this is about, and that's why this is fucking important. So if you found it value, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you tomorrow.